Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome back for some more EVE Online. In today's video we are going to talk a little bit about Secrets of the Abyss, the new AJC event that has just started at the time of recording. This is an event that lasts 2 weeks and you do potentially get some very nice rewards. Look at that, Damavik Singularity Storm Skin, 450 points for the Vedmak Singularity Storm Skin, and then 1000 points for Leshak Singularity Storm Skin. The quests or the missions to do explorations, sequencing, use a filament to enter Abyssal Dead Space, 5 points. Successfully complete an Abyssal Dead Space using a filament. Well, you know, you gotta do that. If you enter Abyssal Dead Space, you do normally want to at least get out of it as well. Then defeat enemies in Abyssal Dead Space, 2 points per 10 enemies defeated. That might go very quickly. And then use any mutaplasmids or on any corresponding modules, also gives you some points potentially. So alright, I am in my Abyssheala 1. You can find the fit for that one, and that's what hell is all. Ooh, Blood Raiders in this system now, so that means there is also a Blood Raider outpost here. Alright, planet 4, let's grab a moon. Warp within 0, so that does make your mining a bit more dangerous at the moment. And let's see, I have a filament normally, Calm Exotic, which should be the kinetic version. Kinetic resistance right there, and so I'm fitted for kinetic normally as well. Quick check. Yes, kinetic deflection. Alright, looks all good. You can find the fit in my biography. So here is the Abyssheala 1. There are some other ships in there as well. The problem, CCP changed the number of characters that you can put in there to 2,500. I think it was more than 4,000 before. And so that means that I have some problems adding more fits there at the moment. I'll see if I can find like a different solution. But let's get started on this. Use the Calm Exotic filament. And so as far as I can tell, let's press activate. It doesn't look like this event is going to require you to go into the harder difficulties. So just spamming tier 1s if you want to get through this quickly will probably be the most efficient way of running this event. Which is probably what I'm planning to do myself. Then activate your modules and head towards the Lucid Deepwatcher. That's unfortunate that it's only a single target. We should also grab this, add them to the overview, target that, start approaching, and let's fire at the cache. My drones, Caldari Navy Vespas, are out, heading towards the Lucid Deepwatcher. Let's see if we can... 31 kilometers should have been okay, but for some reason I didn't hit that. And we are taking a bit of a hit in shield damage from that Watcher, but we'll be okay, I think. As my drones are getting started on his shields, 28 kilometers should be good for some added missile damage. And let's see if we get anything in the drops. Maybe there's something special here as well, because you saw perhaps as well from the rewards that there are also cerebral accelerators. Maybe those are added to the loot tables. That would be interesting. Not on the first one. Let's keep going towards the gate here. And yeah, my shield regen on this Heala is of course pretty crazy. So we are now slowly recovering. He should be down by the time that I get to the gate, so I think that I can stop. Now, fire more missiles, please. There we go. Man, he's got a lot of HP. That single Watcher is doing quite nice. Obviously, what you actually want, considering the nature of the event and the missions for the event, you would like to get lots of small enemies. So, let's go. Drones are in. Bring on the rogue drones, guys. Bring on the waves of dozens of ships. That would be very nice. Second room. Let's go. And that's only 4 enemies. So we'll start heading towards the loot. Target these guys. Kinetic drones out. And alright. Tesala. Okay. Oh, and we can fire missiles as well, because this first target is at 20. So that should be good. Next one at 10 kilometers. Does sound like there is a suppressor. Now my drones have a lot of HP, so I do think that they'll be okay. And they're now heading for the Strike Grip, the Sara. You can clearly see as well that we've got a lot less problems when it comes to the damage that we take from this room here so far. And I think we can add this to that one, because the Field Weaver is trying to rep his buddy. That's him down. Let's grab some loot. And then let's add some missile fire. And yeah, there should always be loot now. Just some surveys. That's unfortunate. Take care of the Strike Grip, please. Thank you. And well, one of my drones did take some shield damage. If it was a weaker drone and a ship with worse bonuses, I would probably have lost that one. But we are all good, ready for the final room, and then we'll see what happens. It's quite nicely marked when you are making progress on this. So let's do the next room, including some small Damaviks. So that will also be 10 enemies down, I think. We'll start going straight after these guys, because they're really fast. And so full TPS on a single one is usually a good idea. You can see that they start to rep each other as well. Next one. Let's go. Target the cache. Head towards the cache. Like that. Kill the second Damavik. And then I think I can use missiles on the loot box. Blop. There we go. I'll take that. Thank you very much. And missile damage. There we go. Let's also see how my missiles perform on this one. Yeah. Really good application. Absolutely perfect chip for this, of course. Return to drone base. Second one done. Man, not even a filament from this one. That is still from time to time quite disappointing, but of course for a tier 1 that you're doing this quickly, can't really expect too much else. So let's get out of here, which should then give me another one done. And I will see if this is like something that you can keep doing or if this is on a daily basis. Next up, view rewards. Just let me get to safety first. There we go. And back towards my Astrahus. Now if we open up the agency, let's see what's happening with Secrets of the Abyss. Claim rewards. Alright, I'll claim that reward. So now you have to manually claim them. Oh, for some reason I'm already at 187 points. Don't ask me why. I have absolutely no idea. Complete the first bucket of any abyssal dead space using any filament. Use mutaplasmid. Successfully complete an abyssal dead space using an agitated, fierce, raging, or chaotic filament for 20 points. And you get a cerebral accelerator for that as well. Alright. Let's see if I've got something like that available. Let's take a quick look again at the types. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to the agency here. Click on that. And so it's agitated, fierce, raging, or chaotic. Oh, it's so 2 up for tier 2 or up to tier 3. Alright, so I think we can do an agitated. We'll give it a try. Do I have an agitated exotic though? Yes, agitated exotic. That should be right for my fit. Let's check. It is for kinetic, so that should be okay. Let's put one in here. And can I like claim that or something? Let's see. having done the first ones. Normally, I think it's in inventory. You can go for your redeem items, and I don't see any of them. So that looks like it's maybe a mistake. Are we ready? Let's put the loot in here. Inferno. We don't have a lot of these missiles left though. Do I have to go far to Chunka in order to buy some? We'll do that. I'll quickly buy like 2000 extra before I go out and do the second part of the event. We've got Blood Raider Ventures that are currently mining in my system. That is interesting. So there is a forward operating base here. If I find the time, perhaps I'll like try to organize something to take that out. We'll see how that works. You can normally also spot these on the agency. If we then go for pirate strongholds, there we go. There's one in my own system. Don't mind when these are in here, because there are lots of patrols from the Blood Raiders. They'll scram you and keep you from warping out. Could definitely cost you your ship if you're not prepared for them. So first we're gonna grab some extra missiles just to be on the safe side, and then we'll do a tier 2. And I will take another look, because right now that counter doesn't seem to be correct, basically. That seems to be the problem. It's telling me I'm at 150, at 187, and I think it like basically started at 150. But 37 points doesn't make too much sense either. Successfully complete using a filament. Complete the first bucket of any abyssal. So I'll get normally 5 points for the first, and 10, and then another 20. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. A little bit confused by that progress bar there. So let's buy some of these. Let's say I will buy 2,500 of them, so that we definitely have enough. Like that. Do quick stack all. We can undock, and I think I need to go away from the station before I can activate the filament, so we'll do that. Same thing. Just grab a planet. Doesn't have moons. Ah, finally, we get some moons here. Alright, let's do a warp within 100. And then we'll try to do the tier 2 here. See how easy or difficult it is and what kind of progress we make in this event. But I do personally want to try and get all of those skins. Definitely up until the cruiser. 450 points, I think very easy to do. Especially if you just run a couple of sites every single day. That is definitely going to get you there. At the moment there's also lots of other stuff happening. It's GM week, so we get lots of blue texts in help and things like that. And they also redid the player introduction, the very first experience, which is the combat career path, for instance. We'll maybe take a look at that separately as well, if I find the time for all of that. So nothing on a grid. Let's go. Use agitated exotic. Activate, and it's kinetic, so that's all good normally. Yeah, kinetic damage. Off we go. Let's see if we can earn some more points. And this does ask you to do a tier 2 up to tier 5 in order to get 20 points all of a sudden. So off we go. We are going to unload this, activate my modules. And again with, oh, alright. Lots of different enemies this time. Got some sleepers, and we also have a drifter battleship. Oh well, they do work together, of course. They're like their drones. So, blop. We're quickly going to start, I think, by taking these guys down to try and lower the DPS a little bit. Looks like I could be more efficient this way. going to keep approaching that. And yeah, definitely more damage than in the tier 1 here. So we gotta be a little bit careful, I think. Come on, guys. Especially my drones. Do well. Take that DPS off the field. Missiles. Hit through that illuminator, please. There we go. That's good. Target that. Drones on the Tyrannos. Fire, and he's actually still out of range for my missiles. So we'll need a little bit of patience. I might actually do a reload on this already. Grabbing a tier 2 filament. Let's start approaching this guy. And then be a little bit careful, because these are bastards that want to pull you out of the out of the safe area of this dead space pocket. So finally the drones are on there. Love the kinetic damage profile, and you can see their damage profile Omni. So that is definitely a very nice little addition in the patch as well. Let's fire some missiles. Full kinetic. And his kinetic resistance should be a lot lower. 13 out, 16, halfway, so we're going to turn back towards the gate. I keep hammering that bastard. Down he goes. Quick reload again, and well, shields at 75%, something like that. Definitely still quite doable. Drones are in, so we can activate the Triglavian transfer conduit, and that's unfortunate, right? The mission for kill 10 targets would have been useful here. Unfortunately, that's not a part of it. So okay. Yeah, especially on a room like this, it would have been really nice to have that mission. We also have AoE damage over there. Gotta keep that in mind. Let's see if we can hit this one with my missiles, because it's a little bit bigger. Right, drones on him as well. And now I've been whipped. Gotta keep that in mind. You can normally just click on that. It's one snare catcher, so it's this guy. Alright, let's focus him down if we can. For the rest, it does look like they're doing okay. So we're gonna keep firing at everything. My drones are firing as well, so that's good. We are approaching the loot. Let's take another one down here. Let's blow this loot up as quickly as possible. Come on, reload. There we go. Their DPS will be going down at this point though, and we get several filaments out of that. Not so bad. Let's start approaching the gate. And if we would be able to escalate that kill 10 enemies mission, this would have been pretty good for that. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Still, room number 2 is being done, so that's all good. Using up quite a few missiles. I mean, I'm not gonna use up to 700 that I had, but still. We can stop here. You can kill that. Return to drone bay. Shields much less tested than in the previous room, obviously. And we are good to go for room number 3. And this is the event, so as far as I can tell, nothing too challenging. You'll probably be able to get through this just running tier 1s and tier 2s. Should be decently easy and doable. Also, basically it makes it feel a little bit like CCP wants to... maybe we'll start with the Field Weaver here. that CCP wants to advertise the feature a little bit more to try and get more activity in Abyssal Dead Space. I'm not sure if this is potentially a sign that there is not as much Dead Space activity as Abyssal Dead Space activity as what CCP was hoping for. But with the skins and everything, this event was probably planned quite a while ago as well, maybe even from the start, so it's not necessarily a sign for that. Alright, gonna grab this. Still, those skins should incentivize a decent amount of people to go into Abyssal Dead Space though. So off we go. Alright. Decent amount of filaments. So now that Ember Grip, I should maybe have taken out the Field Weaver first, but I do think that we'll have plenty of DPS here. So let's take this guy out next. Ooh, they're testing the shield tank of my little drone. They're leaving me alone as a result, of course. So we can stop. And then... Ooh, he's trying hard. At 19 kilometers out, trying hard to do something against one of my drones. Will he get into armor? Spark Grip, come on, get him. Ooh, yeah, look at that. So do be a little bit careful when it comes to your drones, because they don't like them at all. So they're coming back. We are finishing this site successfully as well in less than half the time it would normally take. Another 2 rewards coming in, and that pretty nice for my points. I wonder how I get the accelerator. So we've got this. I think just to be safe we'll go back. And we'll take a look at the rewards once we're docked in the station. Or in one of my structures, I should say. So, interesting event here so far. Definitely feels like you'll be able to earn these skins decently, easily. As long as they fix that first progression bar here. Because, you know, getting to 150, I would love to get that Damavik Singularity Storm skin. Now it's telling me that I've got 187 points, which is not correct for sure. But I'm sure that that will get fixed as well. So if we go, let's dock, let's grab these rewards, take a look at the accelerator. And then, yeah, good luck out there. This is Secrets of the Abyss, first event that is focusing on Abyssal Dead Space. This does add a nice variety, in my opinion, to the potential events that CCP can run now in EVE Online. You've got to straight up, you know, go to a beacon, destroy some rats, get some skins, things like that, which they can often team around holidays, EVE Online holidays. You know, the coronation is up and coming and things like that. Now you get an Abyssal one. You've got others, you know, free those slaves, you know, so those with the objectives to gather stuff and to move them. So lots of potential now for the events, and looking pretty good in my book. I do enjoy these, even though I don't always complete them for the very first reward. Just, you know, here the first 2 skins would, I think, be the 2 ships that I would be most likely to fly myself. So all I have to do now is get in here, click on Secrets of the Abyss. Let's claim my 5 points, claim my 20 points, and now it comes in my redeemable items, and claim another 10 points. You get new missions right away. Again with the agitated. Ooh, and here now 30 points for fierce. So if you want to go faster, you will want to do higher tier of these filaments. I hope that these get replaced after a while, because otherwise you're gonna be stuck with nothing but these. Use Mutiplasmid, complete the second pocket of any Abyssal Dead Space. Alright, roger that. And if you then want to grab them, go to your redeemable items, redeem that, yes. And now I should have something called a prototype Hercules Cerebral Accelerator. Quick look, 12 points, and lasts for We'll take a look at it when I consume it. Right click consume. There we go. It's a 48-hour booster. That is definitely pretty good for running a tier 2. Do that every 2 days and you can keep improving your training queue here, which for me is now doing small disintegrator specialization level 4, just a little bit more, and I actually have everything I need for a Triclavian frigate with Tech 2 fittings. Looks pretty damn good. That's it for this video, guys. Enjoy the event Secrets of the Abyss. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.